Okay, good afternoon. So we'll be starting with algebra and looking at our number system. You can just follow in your textbook in the classroom mathematics. We can just look on the board here. Okay. So we know there's different types of numbers that we use in mathematics. Okay. You get whole numbers, fractions, decimals, positive numbers, negative numbers. The number 0, irrational numbers, which is an example of that is pi and square root of 2 and so on. Now in mathematics, they have developed a way of grouping and classifying these numbers. Okay, so in grade 9 we spoke about rational numbers, not so? We spoke about irrational numbers. We spoke about natural numbers and so on. Okay. So the natural numbers indicated, as you can see, with that letter in there, which is natural numbers, and so on. You can read through page 1 and you can see all the notes they gave you with regards to this here. Okay. Then also in grade 8 and 9 we spoke about products of its prime factors. Okay, where you needed to break a number up. Alright. So you take 60 for argument's sake, as the example as here. Use 60. And you need to break this up into products of its prime factors. We use the ladder method. There's many ways that we can break it up with. The ladder method is the method I'm going to use in this case. So 60 can, the smallest prime number that goes into 60 is 2. 2 goes into 60, 30 times. 2 goes into 30, 15 times, 3 goes into 15, 5 times, 5 goes into 5. So 60 can be written as 2, there's 2 2's, there's 2 squared times 3 times 5. And this is products of its prime factors. Okay? We did this extensively in grade 8. Okay? The whole number set, as you can see, there is written with in and the subscript 0 there. The only difference between the natural numbers and the whole number set is that the whole number consists of 0. Okay, that is on page 2. Then we have the set of integers, which is indicated with that Z there, as you can see there. So integers is negative numbers and every natural number as well. Okay, so it's positive and negative numbers there, all numbers. Okay, then we know what the rational numbers are. Rational numbers are numbers that can be written as fractions, terminating decimals, which means to say the decimal stops, and a recurring decimal. The recurring decimal can be written as a fraction. There's a way of converting a recurring number to a decimal number. Okay, that's page 2. And they have an example of a terminating decimal number on page 3. 1,5342 can be written as 15,342 over 10,000. Okay, 2 is also considered as a rational number. Why? Because that 2 can be written as 2 over 1. So it can be written as a fraction. Again, the rational numbers are numbers that can be written as fractions, recurring decimal, and terminating decimal numbers. There is that method of changing a recurring number to a fraction. Okay, that's on page 3. Okay, so it's set of irrational numbers. We know irrational numbers are numbers that does not terminate, that cannot be written as fractions, and does not recur. Okay, you guys know what the recurring numbers are? Give me an example of a recurring number. 0,3333. Okay, and so on. So An irrational number is a number that cannot be written as a fraction, does not terminate, and does not recur. So it's opposite to rational numbers. Not so? A number can't be rational and irrational at the same time. Not so? Alright. Then we have the set of real numbers, is indicated with R. Any number that exists to us is known as a real number. So natural numbers, whole numbers, rational, irrational, and integers. If it's any one of those categories, then the number is real. Okay, you guys okay with that? Okay. So for homework, I want you guys to look at exercise 1. This is for tomorrow, your homework. It's exercise 1 on page 4. Who's going to capture the homework for us? Mackenzie. Is it okay, Michael? Okay. And then we need somebody to... Leah can do this for us. She will be the one to make sure that I'm doing the right thing all the time. Okay? So at the back of the book there's answers. You just check that I'm on the right track, okay? So that I can... Sorry? Exercise 1.1. You do for me number 3. And this is on page 4. You do for me number 3. Number 8. For number 8 you do A, E, G and K and L. Then you do for me number 10 as well. Okay. This is out of the classroom maths. This will be your workbook for the year. Your textbook for the year. Okay. Who is group admin? Sorry? You had a group last year. Yeah. Not everyone on. So who's going to be group admin of the WhatsApp group? Taba, you okay? Can you do it first? Sorry? Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to remove the people that is no longer in the class and you add the new people that's in the class. Okay? Then I will send the textbook to the group as well. So you'll have electronic copy and you'll have a hard copy. I know last year the learner actually requested, the grade 10s of last year actually requested that I put the textbook as a requirement for your parents, for the parents to buy, because they find it easier to work with from the textbook. Okay. So now we're looking at algebraic expressions. Okay. So algebraic expressions, we spoke about this in grade 8 and 9 as well. We spoke about monomials. Who can remember what a monomial is? It's a expression with one term. Binomial, 2 terms. Polynomial, 3. More than 3 or 4 and more. Trinomial, 3 terms. Okay, so that still applies. And then they gave you examples of trinomials, monomials and so on. Okay? And that is on page 6. Who can remember what separates terms? Plus and minus sign separates terms. Okay? If it's the bracket makes it one term. Okay? The bracket around it makes it one term. Alright, so now we're looking at products and we look at the first example, and this is on page 6. Just let me know when I'm going too fast, okay? Okay, so this is the first example we're going to do. It's products. You're submitting there again. It's products on page 6. I want you guys to simplify. Okay, so we're going to use distribution law or the FOIL method that you were taught in grade 9. Okay, so that 2x has to be multiplied with 3x. The 2x must be multiplied by negative 4y. The 3y must be multiplied by 2x, and the 3y must be multiplied by negative 4y. You all agree with that? So what is 2x times 3x? 6x squared. What's 2x times negative 4y? Negative 8xy. 3y times 3x? Positive 9xy. And 3y times negative 4y? Negative 12y. So what do I do now? Simplify. We're going to do for like terms now, not so. So negative 8x y and 9xy are like terms. So it's going to give you 6x squared plus xy minus 12y. You all get that right? Who's confused? Anybody confused? You all okay, no? It's very important to let me know if you don't understand, okay? So that later on these people that's going to watch the video, they do give clarity to them as well, okay? Also these videos will be posted online every lesson. So if you have a problem or you are too shy to ask whatever, you can watch it again. Or if you go home and you forgot what to do, you forgot how to apply whatever the rules that we taught you today, you can watch the video again. So the time you get home, it should be posted already. Okay, that's the idea. Let's look at the next one. This is example 2 on page 6. It's the same sum, no? The example 1 on page 7. Okay, there's the next one I want you guys to do quickly.
please? Katlego Faith in grade 8. Can you please report to the office now during break? Katlego Faith in grade 8. Can you please report to the office now during break? Thank you.
Okay, so for this example 2 on page 7, or this example 1 on page 7. So again we must just multiply this up, not so? So 3x times 2x, 6x squared, not so? 6x squared. 3x times y, 3xy, negative 5y times 2x, negative 10xy, negative 5y times y, negative 5y squared. Again, is looking at like terms there. So it will give us 6x squared. 3xy minus 10xy is going to give you negative 7xy minus 5. Any confusion there? No. Just look at example 2 on page 7. Again, just multiplying that out. Not so. What is 2a squared times 5a squared? 10a squared. 2a squared plus 1, 2a squared. Sorry? Add the exponents, okay? You guys are correcting me already? Good sign. Negative 3 times 5a squared, negative 15a squared. Negative 3 times 1 is going to give you negative 3. So what do we do now? Again, like terms. So it's 10a4, 2a squared minus 15a squared, minus 13a squared, minus 3. Any confusion there? So look at the last one. Find the product of a third a plus a half b times a half a minus a third b. Again, distribution law. Okay? So a third times a half is a sixth a squared. Now say we didn't know that. Okay, so we've got in the calculator. It's 1 over 3 multiplied by 1 over 2. Gives you 1 over 6. Can you see that? Then we go 1 over 3 again, multiplied by 1 over 3. Going to give you 1 over 9 and so on. But I'm sure you guys know how to do this. So that is going to simply give us negative 1 over 9 AB, a half, B times a half A is plus, a quarter AB, a half B times negative a third B is negative 1 over 6 B squared. Okay. So what do I do now? Again, like terms. AB and AB are like. So it's 1 over 6 A squared. So this gives us an LCM of 36. So 9 times 4. So I must multiply the 1 also by 4. I must multiply that by 9. So that's going to give you positive 9 over 36 AB minus 1 over 6 B squared. So the denominators are the same, so I can subtract the numerators. So negative a quarter, no, negative 4 over 36 plus 9 over 36 is positive. 5 over 36 AB minus 1 over 6 B squared. Now say you couldn't have done that, or you don't know how to do LCM and all of those things, which I'm sure you guys will be able to do. We could have put that in the calculator as well. We could have said negative, remember that the sign is part of the term. So it's going to be negative 1 over 9 plus 1 over 4. Gives you 5 over 36 straight away. You will get your full marks anyway. Okay. So let me just check here. That basically brings us to exercise 1.2. So out of exercise 1.2, I want you guys to do the first column. Only the first column. Okay, and this is on page 7. The answers is at the back of the book, okay? So what I want you guys to do is, you're going to do the homework, one after the other. When you are done, you go right at the back of the book. You will see all the answers at the back. Okay? The final answers. You mark the final answers. Come to tomorrow's lesson. You will just tell me, okay, number 2C is a problem, or 2M is a problem, and so on. Don't come and tell me 2B is a problem. You mustn't do the second row. Only the first row. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
Right. Enjoy the rest of your day, people. Good morning, class. It's afternoon, man. What's wrong with you guys?